Ooh, boys, rubber dubber, bathtub boys, lather up boys, yeah, get greasy boys, come on boys.
All right,
boys.
I think we're about to have an
boys.
We're about to have a
boys
spotlight edition of the
boys,
the podcast.
Archdiocese with the boys.
Oh, boys, welcome in Boys Lounge 3.0.
Alter boys.
I'd say leave now if you can. Get out while you can. Church is in session, boys. Welcome in Wine Boys podcast.
Not the only reason to get on your knees.
All right.
Prayer time, boys.
Can we just get through this without anything involving the R word?
Whisper into the microphone, boys.
Yeah.
Let your prayers be heard.
Okay, all right.
Let your prayers be heard.
Can we need to?
Boys.
I'm really upset that you're still doing this. Wine Boys podcast. We're here. We're queer. It's time to get inside the boys' ear holes with social media. Mm-hmm. We're on it. wineboyspod@gmail.com for beat submissions and silly videos. Or allegations, because apparently we're getting close to those,
man.
based on everything that you just said.
It's only a matter of time until they dig up a tweet from like 2009.
Oh, I'm sure. I said some weird shit. Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter. I meant the Zach Edward. The Zach Edward, not the Zach Edward.
There's a difference.
Yes, there is. You can find me there on Instagram and Twitter. Spitting the gospel, because we are prophets from God.
All right, boys. You can find me on the Instagrams and the Twitters at Lord Gerald. You can find me on the side of a highway overpass picking up trash. Did you shout out the t-shirts?
Oh, yeah, we have those as well. Teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys. It's sweatshirt season, hoodie season. Get it. It's hot. It's good. It's ready. It's in the oven. Put those buns in your mouth.
Hoodie season. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. That girl will take you on, headstrong will take on anyone.
I'm gonna cut myself right now during this show.
In the bathtub.
Playing toaster tag. Depression. Boys, welcome in. We are here.
I feel so many emotions.
Those generic, like, modern rock emo songs.
Oh, my God. What year did that come out? Like 05, 04?
Who was the band? Trapped, right?
Yeah, Trapped. It was with a T. T-R-A-P-T.
Trapped.
No E.
The song was called Headstrong, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was one of those songs that was in every extreme movie in the early 2000s.
It was, like in the mid-2000s.
Yeah. If you were surfing.
2002.
2002. Okay. Yeah. That movie, it was in every teen drama about surfing, roller skating, or skateboarding.
Let me just say, I'm going to say Trapped, Headstrong, movie.
Mm-hmm. She was a jam.
Movie soundtrack. Here we go.
Yeah. Was it in Blue Crush?
No, but it was in NHL 2003, which is what I remember it from.
Okay. That shit was a jam.
It was actually in a shitload of video games in like the early 2000s, and that's probably why I remember it.
Was it in like Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Any of those games?
It was in Project Gotham Racing.
Okay.
It was in Karaoke Revolution.
Okay.
It was also in Madden.
Which Madden? 04?
I believe so. No, it's Madden 06, it says.
06?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's not Headstrong. It was a different song. Disconnected was in Madden. So Headstrong was in NHL 03. I distinctly remember that because I did own that game.
I just remember hearing that song everywhere in the early 2000s.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a very popular song.
Yeah. A 12-year-old angsty Gerald.
Yeah, just
hearing.
Get out of my room, man.
Get out of my room, man.
Isn't Headstrong.
That good to take you on. Yeah. Okay.
Why did that pop into your head? Like it's
So I was dancing around my home, as I tend to do while making dinner.
And I'm dancing by myself.
Yeah, and I put on the time capsule playlist on Spotify where it plays like a bunch of songs that you probably liked when you were about 13 years old.
Yep.
And that was on there. So
Makes sense.
There you go.
I always, whenever I'm doing anything alone in my house, it always involves some sort of like 70s soft rock playlist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of Hall & Oates, a lot of Genesis.
A little bit of Kenny Loggins.
A little bit of Kenny Loggins,
Yeah,
just to, just a little playing with the boys, just to loosen me up.
Yeah. This Is It comes on, and you're like, man.
Whenever I hear the beginning piano riff of what the fuck's the name of that Genesis song? You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's gonna bother me.
Now it's gonna bother me.
Boom, 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 boom. No, it's not. Shit. What is it? It's gonna bother me because I just listened to it. Is it Against All Odds? Is it Against the Odds? Is that what it is?
Against All Odds?
Is it
Wasn't that a Phil Collins song? I didn't think that was Genesis.
Maybe it's Phil Collins and not Genesis. I'm sorry that Phil Collins was the lead singer of Genesis.
He was, but I think that was when he went solo. How can I just let you walk away?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's the beginning.
Shit's a jam.
It is Against All Odds. That's it.
Oh my god!
And it is just Phil Collins.
Just you hear Phil Collins like singing that, like the hairs on the back of your neck.
Exactly.
Start to
It's the beginning piano riff of that. Just
boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. You hear that?
Boom, boom, boom.
And especially if you do some drugs, you get emotional.
Oh my god! Shit, I could see myself sipping gin and like getting teary eyed while listening to that song.
Standing there and making me cry.
Take a look at me now. I was like, damn, Phil, who hurt you?
Somebody ripped your heart out.
Oh my god!
Maybe it was just the other group members of Genesis.
Maybe
that's who he's talking to.
He said, "There's nothing left here to remind me of the memory of your face. So take a look at me now. This shit is bitch. I'm crying.
Yeah,
come here, woman. I'm crying.
I am putting.
You don't even care.
I'm putting a bath bomb in the tub as we speak.
Woo!
I am going to sip scotch and cry.
Yes, I'm gonna sit alone in the dark with tears in my eyes.
I'm gonna break open a bottle of white wine and just think.
Damn.
Think about the way you hurt me.
React violently alone, but then have an emotional breakthrough. Jesus.
I'm gonna break a glass against a mirror and then write blood in your write with my blood your name in the mirror.
Our pain creates the greatest art. I'm gonna start painting, but it's not gonna be that good.
I'm gonna run a bath and then I'm gonna put toast. I'm gonna put toast in the toaster and then I'm gonna think.
And then when the paramedics come, tell them I didn't want to hurt myself. I just wanted a slice of toast while I was in the bathtub.
I don't know why this just popped into my head. It's the stupidest thing. Do you remember that episode of South Park with the guy, the shop teacher, who they would have those like generic flashbacks of like the of like Human Life Girl? And he would just be like frolicking through the fields with her and stuff like that.
No,
and you need to watch this episode.
This.
I just started watching some old South Park episodes, but
okay,
this episode, basically just look it up. It's the shop teacher is always like, stop screwing around. You're screwing around too much. Like you remember that guy, right?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I don't think I remember this.
He
guy.
writes a suicide note because I think his girlfriend or lover like died in a plane wreck, and they kind of like do a silly kind of microcosm of the situation. And he writes down because the only way he copes with the situation is he chews nicotine gum. And then he runs out because he's having like one of those like panic attacks. And he's like going into the drawer looking for the nicotine gum, and he signs at the end of the suicide note, "I can no longer live like this, for I am all out of nicotine gum." And I just imagine like a guy in his like mid 40s who's just like done with it all, and he's just like, I can't seem to cope my cravings, so I'm just gonna end it. It's like, yeah, did you hear fucking Rick killed himself? Really? What happened? Nicotine withdrawal. Really? That was it?
That's what feeling.
Yeah. Oh, and Susan left him.
Yeah. But also Phil Collins had to be involved.
Yeah.
Imagine you're like on the brink of like suicide, then that song comes on.
Oh, I'm killing myself.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like this is like,
if
man,
I am anywhere close to a highway, I'm jumping in front of cars.
That third act is drawing to a close, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's. Well, with that being said, let's introduce the wine.
You have a bad night. Phil Collins comes on. I'm dead.
I'm dead. Yeah, I'm not gonna survive. Just Gerald drove away really fast and Phil Collins was on. Yeah, you might want to call somebody.
Yeah, you might want to get arrangements done.
You might want to. I shouldn't be alone that night.
I remember when people used to say that, and they used to just brush it under the rug, and I was like, he's being a pussy.
Yeah, man. Mental health awareness.
Do you remember, like, not even that long ago, like 10 years ago, when somebody was just like, I really shouldn't be alone? You're just like, quit being a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
And now if you said that, like, that person will be dead tomorrow.
Yeah,
like, and it's just the way. We'll talk about it more.
Okay.
Because we got to get into Kanye also. And
we got to get into Kanye. We got to talk about abusive restaurant owners. We got to.
Sorry.
We got to drink some wine called Bread and Butter.
Yeah.
Now, this is a 2018 Chardonnay.
And is it going to be spoiled?
I hope not. It looks pretty clear through this bottle.
It's also a green bottle.
It is, but it doesn't look. It looks okay.
I
think it'll be all right.
Do you want to tell the story about what happened at the liquor store?
Sure.
Okay.
So while I was buying this wine, I was holding my child in one hand, bottle of wine in the other hand.
The kid.
Yeah, it's her fault. So anyway.
That's why you have kids, so you can place blame on them.
Exactly. So anyway.
I didn't pay my... Oh, thanks. Forgot to pay my taxes.
Anyway, the baby squirmed. I started losing my grip. I had a choice to make.
Drop the baby or drop the wine?
I chose the wine. Wine falls, bam, crashes on the floor, spills all over the place. The liquor store clerk looked very mad, charged me for the bottle I broke and the bottle I got. So what was a $15 bottle of wine is now a $30 bottle of wine. But you know what, boys? We shall overcome.
We shall overcome.
So tonight, we're drinking Bread and Butter Chardonnay 2018.
I'm sorry. What?
Bread and Butter Chardonnay.
No, it's Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. It's Chardonnay pairs well with Xanax. Karen. So anyway, this is vented and bottled by Bread and Butter. It is a Napa, California wine.
Napa Shards.
The back of the bottle reads, Classic California Chardonnay with hints of rich vanilla, toasted oak, and cream. Perfect when enjoyed with I can't even read.
Shit.
Perfect when enjoyed, chilled, and with equally pleasurable foods. You know what I like about this? They didn't tell you what to eat with this wine.
Which I really like.
I like that.
I don't like being told what to do.
No, I have an aversion to authority. Just give me the wine, whore.
Yeah, just
let me cry in the dark while listening to Phil Collins in peace. Was that a joke?
No, I don't think. No. That wasn't a joke.
No, I don't think so.
You see me laughing?
I don't see it, man.
I don't see it.
Man. Oh, there was a pull tab on this.
I was just about to say. Whenever you go in. So for everybody listening, because there's no video element, but there will be soon.
Yeah.
More to come from the boys. For every time Gerald opens a bottle of wine, instead of using the very easily available pull tab.
There's not always a pull tab.
It is there. All you gotta do is flick it a little bit.
There's not always a pull tab.
He proceeds to use it is a foil cutter, but there's a foil cutter on the edge of the wine opener. But he proceeds to just fucking Michael Myers stab the thing.
First of all, it's a slice.
No,
it's a slice.
It is not a slice.
A slice down.
It is
Make me sound like some brute.
It's a Camp Crystal Lake fucking bludgeoned to death.
Oh man!
Like kill the blonde in the first act type of slice.
Well, she had to have her titties out. That's always how that works. She's blonde with her titties out.
Blonde with her titties out in a bale of hay. Yeah, she's dead.
Skinny dipping with her boyfriend.
Yep.
Michael's this water's cold.
Oh, I gotta come out.
Yeah, that's always how it works.
Titties exposed, death is dealt.
Yeah.
That happens. Black guy in the woods, good as dead.
Yep.
Seems like the guy
that the brunette really wanted to hook up with.
He dies third.
Well, usually it's the black guy in the woods that the brunette or the Asian girl wanted to hook up with.
Well, no, but the black guy in the woods always dies second.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Because he's like, I don't know. What's his character? He's usually like
captain of the football.
He's an athlete. I didn't want to say that.
Or the basketball. He always is. He's never like... He's never like
didn't
the
wanna-
quiet kid
I
that
was gonna
like
say,
likes to draw.
I didn't want to be
Like,
racist about it, but also like every single movie from the 70s and 80s totally did that. So
Yeah.
go fuck
think
yourself.
The black dude is never like the quiet kid that likes to draw. Like he's always like captain of the football team.
He's always captain of the football team, and he's always just like he's like a closet nerd, and that's like seen as a problem.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, Billy likes to read.
Yeah.
That's so weird. You're supposed to be good at sports.
You're supposed to be, but I am good at sports. I also enjoy anime. Like what?
What?
Fuck.
Oh,
Smell that hoe. Yeah. Smell that motherfucker. Ooh.
crispy and white.
Yeah, there's some trill in this motherfucker.
I gotta tell you, that wine is very presidential. It's white,
White.
aged, crispy.
Look at that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
Damn it, you always jump the
Record
gun.
this shit. You better
Wait
turn
a
that
second.
motherfucking flash on. Shit.
Wait.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready, bitch? Yeah. There we go. Take a good look at me now.
It's just an empty heart.
Let's go.
Hey. 1 week. Pick a side, America.
Cheers. To another coat on the black.
To selling off our shares.
Okay.
It's good. It's crisp. It's
Very.
clean.
It's almost prickly.
It's actually kind of a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
Prickly.
Or you feel a little in like the top of your mouth.
You get a little of that bright effervescence, kind of pear quality.
Yeah.
Pear, like green apple, something along those
Yeah.
lines. All right.
Definitely buttery.
Definitely. Well, it is bread and butter. So, this is bread and butter Chardonnay. It is a
Yep.
white wine from Napa Valley. Love me some Napa Valley whites. They're also rich. You know,
Shove that fucker
Yeah.
down in the ice.
they're,
Should have put
they're
water
also
in here.
rich and have stock holdings in big corporations. Average price of this wine is between $12.99 and $14.99. You paid.
$14.99.
Exactly.
I paid $30. So
I paid $30 and saved my child's life.
that's right.
Yep. Or I don't think the baby would have been. I mean, she probably would have had a bump on her head.
Yeah,
but
it probably would have hurt, but I
Yeah.
don't think she'd have dead.
she would have been fine.
Yeah, she won a half. She could
Based
walk.
on what I've seen of your child thus far, that kid could go face first into the ground from like 5 feet, and she'd be like, I mean, yeah, like my teeth fell out, but so what? Like,
Fuck it.
fuck it. I guess I'm a hockey player now. So
These are baby teeth. They grow back.
yeah, these ain't even real. So, taste characteristics are bold, dry, and soft. So very bold. That's a good way to describe it. You're going to get notes of butter and vanilla, oak, which is indicative of a Napa Valley Chard.
Of course.
You're going to get cream. It says banana.
All right.
And then qualities of pear and apple. So that's what I do.
Okay, I can see
I
that.
gotta see this banana thing. Now I can't eat bananas because of my condition.
Because of your anus?
Actually, give it a good smell. Tell me if you kind of get some nana.
Nope.
No nanas. I do get a little nana.
It's a very buttery, oaky Chardonnay. So,
See, just that taste alone, like I got kind of like a. If you ever had like bananas and oatmeal, that's kind of what I'm getting here.
no, not getting it. Just very
so-
buttery.
This is 100% Chardonnay.
Yep.
And it is a 89 point wine.
Okay. Yep. Just a very buttery,
Buttery,
oaky.
smooth, bring it over to
Chardonnay.
Janice's
This-
house, talk about the pool boy kind of wine. You know?
Yeah, this might actually benefit though if we aerate it a little bit, but
I don't think so.
I don't think it really needs it.
It's actually very tasty.
It's good.
You know, it's a Chardonnay, man. Listen,
It's a very middle of the road.
it is a
Chardonnay.
It's
good,
It's a
though.
good quality middle of the road wine.
Yes.
that's not being disingenuine about that at all.
No, I would-
I think it's very good.
I would say if you're looking to spend $15 on a bottle of white wine, if you want to impress your friends, hey, I brought wine to this party where you are serving shrimp scampi. I don't fucking know.
It's probably a good pairing, actually.
Goat cheese, whatever. This is not a bad choice.
One of those charcuterie boards with the pepperonis and the cheeses.
Yeah, the pepperonis and the cheeses sliced up on the wood board. If you got a nice Genoa salami. Genoa salami.
My uncle used to call it Genoa salami. And I go, what the fuck is he saying? He goes, you guys want some Genoa? I'm like, what?
Yeah, Genoa salami.
How
is it pronounced? I always thought
Genoa.
Genoa? I like Genoa.
Yeah, it's Genoa. My family from Jersey. I mean, Jersey people just pronounce things wrong. I mean, that's what they're, because there's something about a Jersey attitude that's too proud to pronounce words right.
Oh, of course, man.
Yeah, they're just like, they don't call shallots. They call them shallots.
Shallots.
You want some shallots in this shit, huh? Nothing. Like their vowels are very like in their chest.
Guttural.
Yeah. Going down to the yard. You need me to fucking pick you up some cigarettes. Like,
would you like some Genoa salami?
Want some Genoa salami? No, go fuck yourself. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, have some prosciutto.
Yeah, prosciutto. Would you like some of this ham hock that I got for you? Huh?
Yeah. Huh?
There was a video I saw posted. Somebody retweeted it. It was really funny. It's a Italian family, a mom and a dad having an argument where the son is recording them. Okay. And it's this, like, he's definitely a Jersey guy. You can tell because they have the Italian flag with the New Jersey silhouette in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, this is the man cave. You want to know why Italian Jersey? Hey, boy.
The only thing that would make it better is if, like, the silhouette of the Cadillac crest.
See, there's a lot of those in New Jersey as well. Now
was in that.
They're obviously hosting some sort of dinner party, and he's hanging some type of like Pinterest piece where he's putting spoons and forks inside of mason jars, and then he's putting signs of a fork and a spoon on the mason jar, and he's just standing there and he's having a hard time putting the signs on. She goes, "Put the signs on." He goes, "Why the fuck do I gotta put the signs on? People should know there's a fork and a spoon in there." He goes, "They can't use their fucking eyes." And I'm like, that's...
God damn it, Jerry. You always have to be such a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and I was like, that is my family. Oh, I'm sorry. Is everybody's fucking eyes broken? There's a spoon and a fork. It's a see-through. It's see-through. It's see-through. Yeah. It's not see-through. It's see-through.
Oh, my God. That just sounds like a great guy.
It's like, dude, it's like every male in their 40s that was in my family. For the longest time.
So like, every man in his 40s is just a New Jersey Bill Burr.
Basically.
Like, just angry, balding.
Yeah. You know, just...
Why
do you... basically, the only thing I didn't get from that was my childhood in New Jersey. Like, I left. You know, and I don't know if... I kind of wish I was able to stay. I feel like I would have a little bit more edge to my comedy. Like, I think I have a little bit of an edge to it, but like, I think if I stayed,
turn it up just a little bit.
If I was in Jersey and I was able to like really encompass that accent and that like that guttural attitude, I feel like it would actually have benefited me for the good.
It might have. Yeah. I know your persona would be different.
It would.
It would literally be like, I'm gonna take a certain level of like attitude that I see from my uncles or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to incorporate that of just angry Northeast, just.
Yeah. That's kind of how,
collar,
but that's
anger.
That is kind of how I live my life though. I'm definitely less angry than I would have been if I lived in New Jersey, I bet.
Yeah.
Because everything about New Jersey is always turned up to 11.
Yeah.
The driving sucks. The turns suck. Like,
yeah.
To get from one end of the highway to the other, you have to go around what they call a cloverleaf turn, and you have to go around and up, and nobody ever takes it correctly.
Yeah.
And everybody gets mad. Soggy White Castle. I mean, just stuff that really, you know, drives a crawl up your ass.
I always wondered though, like, what is because we don't have that same level of anger here in Syracuse.
I think it's New York City adjacent.
Yeah,
and I think it has to do with that. It's got like that New York attitude. Like we don't have we have upstate New York attitude. So like on our worst day, it's like it's raining a lot. That sucks.
Yeah, or the snow.
But
even
we do
then,
get a lot of
it's
snow.
like, you know.
Most snow per capita.
I will say this: we are a hardy people.
We are hardy folk.
And my fucking furnace is on. Anyway,
sorry about that, boys.
I'm sorry, boys. You probably hear it.
We're just getting used to the new setup. Sometimes
we're working the kinks out.
Yeah, well, you know.
But
that's
anyway,
what happens, man, when you're recording in a basement.
I definitely think Syracuse makes a hardy, beefy boy, but we're fairly polite.
We're like Canadians that are slightly angry.
Slight level of anger, but I think we're more willing to get our hands dirty.
I think we're kind of just America. Like America in a nutshell is just let's find something to complain about.
Well, we're kind of Midwest, but we're not quite as polite. We move a little quicker.
I guess I can't really make fun of the Midwest from that perspective because I don't know it well enough.
Okay.
So that's gonna bother you, isn't it?
That really bothers me right now.
Yeah. Do you want to take a pause?
Yeah, let's take a pause.
Okay.
I want to see if you pick it up. So we're back. Daddy had to adjust the heat because
Oh, I'm sorry.
We want crisp, clear audio. At least the best audio we can get in this motherfucking basement.
Yeah. So if you can maybe give us some paid sponsorship, wineboyspod@gmail.com. It would really help with soundproofing this studio.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah.
Sincerely, boys.
We left off talking about downstate uncles, downstate dads, New Jersey, but we're going to a neighboring area of Long Island.
Yeah, I don't really want to call it a neighboring area. That's just the different New York.
I mean, it's just close enough, you know.
It's just different New York. That's what I call it.
But anyway, I found this article, and it is a Long Island restaurateur allegedly beat and hurled
Garcon
gay slurs at a staffer. Now, boys, you know we like to read things that are silly. I don't know why I'm pouring your wine, slut. Pour your shit.
I'm sorry, because we're on Long Island. Garcon.
So anyway, we'll read this. So anyway, a Long Island restaurateur berated and beat a gay employee in front of other staffers after he wore the wrong shoes to work, slugging him so hard a tooth flew from his mouth as he barked, we'll say it. Fucking faggot, I'll murder you. According to a new federal lawsuit.
F and F word.
Yeah.
We'll
say it. We'll say it.
We're gonna get flagged. I can already feel it.
On November 15th, 2019, Emilio's Pizzeria and Restaurante owner.
You didn't say it right.
What is it?
Emilio.
Oh, Emilio's Pizzeria and Restaurante owner Emilio.
Just make it sound more just evangelical and white.
Emilio Brancinelli, who has launched at least 5 Long Island eateries in the last decade, noticed that waiter Michael Abenanti was wearing black Converse sneakers. According to the complaint filed by the goddamn fucking ads. All right. Filed in the Brooklyn federal court Friday, Brancinelli ordered the server, who was hired at the Comac restaurant in late 2017, to buy new shoes on his break or, quote, find another fucking job, wrote attorney John Luke Jr. in the complaint. But when Abenanti returned with a new pair, an enraged Brancinelli told him they were not the right shoes. You look like a fucking homo mountain climber. Are you fucking stupid? His boss allegedly admonished. You and your cunt mother both should have died when she pushed you out. This guy's a legend. Anyway, the disturbing tirade continued as Brancinelli chased the waiter from the restaurant.
This wascally wabbit.
Allegedly kicking him in the lower back and punching him in the face so far he spat out a tooth. The complaint alleges, fucking faggot, I'll murder you, Brancinelli, allegedly seething during the beating. Another humiliating assault, Abenanti never returned to the restaurant, where he allegedly faced harassment and discrimination from the moment he was hired. The kitchen staff allegedly called him culero, a Spanish slur for a homosexual. Now, I'm just going to make a little leap here. I mean, Good friend of the show, Andrew, feel free to chime in. I know culo in Spanish is slang for ass.
For booty.
So I'm going to assume that they basically call him a butt pirate. I'm assuming.
That's what I'm assuming as well.
Yeah. Let's see. A culero and whistled at him, blew him kisses, and slapped his behind, the papers allege. This is a cool restaurant.
It's super cool.
He repeatedly complained to management, but nothing was done, the filing states. Now, here's where it gets even better. Waitress Sabrina Kosminski, who was hired in June 2019, was another victim of sexual harassment discrimination while employed at the restaurant. According to the suit, she was subject to groping and a barrage of sickening comments from this kitchen staff, including, "I want to put a baby inside of you," and "You like it in the ass?" the lawsuit charges. She repeatedly complained to her supervisor, Lena Brancelli, I'm going to assume she's related, who is the owner's daughter, but the harassment escalated, the papers allege. The pizza kitchen manager, Jose Daniel, crouched down to get something beneath her while she was standing at the computer kiosk in the back and groped her leg up to her buttocks with his hand, the complaint charges. A few months later, another employee grabbed her butt. Due to the sexually charged hostile work environment, she was forced to quit, the papers state. Abenanti and Kosminski are suing for punitive and non-punitive damages, alleging civil rights violations and discrimination. Abenanti also alleges civil battery. Emilio Brancinelli didn't immediately return a request for comment. Leah Brancinelli declined. Okay.
Super cool restaurant.
Super cool restaurant.
Super cool guy.
So
basically, very, very nice, cordial Long
cool
Island
guys.
family.
Yeah.
Really cool, really nice people.
Fostering a very healthy work environment.
Yep, not toxic at all.
You look like a fucking homo mountain climber.
If I heard that and I worked at that restaurant, I would be laughing so fucking hard in the back. Just being like, did he just call him a homo mountain climber? Because that's hilarious.
Okay, first of all, can I see the cooks doing that? Yes.
Have you ever worked in a restaurant?
Fast food, yeah.
Okay, I worked in a restaurant. My first gig was working in a restaurant as a dishwasher and runner. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Eye-opening experience.
You're the only white guy back there.
No, I wasn't.
Well, where was the restaurant?
Up on the other side of town. I mean, it's North Syracuse area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't. Yeah, down there for some reason. I mean, I think we've talked about this before. Everybody in the service industry is either black or Mexican.
Well, yeah, because I think the Mexican thing just has to do with the stigma of labor, and it's just like, well, it just happens to we have work. It's like restaurants have such high turnover that it's literally just like whoever wants this job can take it.
Oh, it's super high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's shit work. I mean, you're waiting on people.
Oh, of course.
Which is just not fun to begin with.
Yeah. Hold on. Do yourself a favor.
Why? Because it smells like farts?
Ooh. No, just get in the air. Just go ahead.
All right.
Give yourself a spray of jupe. Anyway.
I'm spraying near my ass.
No, on the neck. On the neck.
I don't want to put it on.
Put it on your skin. You want it on your skin.
It's going to burn me.
No, it doesn't burn. It feels luxurious.
My girlfriend's going to ask me where I've been.
Tell her you've been here with jupe.
Ooh, it startled me.
Yes. There you go. Anyway.
Oh, God.
You smell like an uncle. Anyway.
I smell like a drunk uncle who just got his payday. Just got back home from the payday bar. Lost 26 games of Quick Draw tonight.
I just want to go around one of my uncles with jupe on and just smell me. Boy, you smell good. Is that jupe?
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Just one day you will.
One day I'll do it.
One day you're going to be at a barbecue. And,
ooh, boy, that's jupe.
I know that smell.
Smell someone getting pregnant.
So
anyway.
We were talking about this super cool restaurant on Long Island.
Yeah.
Now, you said that location was in Comac, right?
Yes.
Is your wife from there?
My wife is from there, yes.
And now, does she know anything about this restaurant?
Yeah, we've eaten there.
You've eaten at the restaurant?
I've eaten at this restaurant,
Have you seen anything?
No,
How's the
I've never
food?
seen anything. The food's pretty good. It's
good.
Yeah, it's your typical Italian restaurant.
It's a typical Italian. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nothing crazy about it. I'm like, it's cool. So
It's a Long Island Italian eatery. Very atypical.
very, very. Yeah, we have pizza. We also have food. You know, shit like
What's on the menu? We got a pizza menu and a food menu. Figure it out.
Yeah,
Right?
pretty much. Like,
We'll come back with your waters. Better know what the fuck you want. Like,
yeah, you ever notice that? Like, we got pizza and we also got food. Like, you want pizza? You want food?
what kind of mood you in for? You want a food? You in a food mood or a pizza mood?
Yeah.
Isn't pizza food? Fuck out of here. Like,
Is it pizza food? I mean, yeah, but it's pizza.
yeah, pizza has its own menu. I don't know if you noticed, but we have two separate menus. We have a pizza menu and we have a rest of pizza menu. Other
Yeah,
foods.
you want pizza? You want food? So
That's true. They are. Long Island is really like that. I went to an ice cream parlor in Long Island one time, and they did things based on like the metric system.
Okay.
So it's kind of like quart size stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Can I get this?" And they're like, "You mean a pint?" And I'm like, "No."
Was it a beer? Shit.
I said a pint is a lot, and they were like, "We only do like these big, gigantic sizes." I'm like, "I don't think I can handle that." They're like, "We don't make anything smaller," and I was like, "You should." Like,
Well, you a fucking sissy?
yeah, they're like,
You a fucking homo mountain climber or something? That's got to be one of the greatest insults ever.
homo mountain climber.
A homo mountain. That's
It's
what he
really
called this
what
guy.
yeah, it's really what he said about the guy's mother, which is like,
Oh yeah, you should have.
she should have swallowed you, basically.
Yeah. Go back. Your mother's fucking cunt. Your cunt mother.
That's such a Long Island thing to say.
Oh my god. What's funny though, it's like you hear these stories about kitchens down there. You got the guy that like owns the restaurant. He's
Yeah.
opened 5 of them, and he's in like the cutthroat world of like
Being a restaurateur. Yeah.
so much pressure. Which okay, I will say this: having actually worked in a restaurant before, there is a certain amount of pressure
Yeah,
when you're
slim,
working.
Yeah, slim margins, lots of staff. I mean, it's like it's hard
high
ass
staff
work.
turnover.
Yeah.
The pay is low. Not a lot of people want to work in a restaurant, so
Yeah.
you're dealing with a bunch of idiots.
Most of the time, yes.
Most of the time, yeah. I mean, to be totally honest here, like working in a restaurant is one of the few jobs you can get if you have a felony.
The first time I smoked pot was at my restaurant job.
I'm trying to remember. Not the first time I smoked marijuana.
First time I smoked pot, the guy that I was washing dishes with, as you can imagine, had pink hair and it was in a mohawk.
Okay.
So he was cool.
Okay.
We were listening to Blink 182.
Okay. I remember.
He was a cool guy.
I remember one of the dudes that worked in the kitchen when I worked at this restaurant. When I worked at KFC back in the day. What? He was actually
Slinging
selling
8 pieces. Wow.
He was selling coke out the back door.
Yes.
Rest in peace. I think you know who I'm talking
Yes, I
about.
do. Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
I miss him. But anyway,
Homie.
only person I knew personally that got a DWI on a bicycle. Rest in peace, man. Rest in power, wherever you are. I miss you. Anyway.
DW on a bicycle.
Yeah, it's a true story.
I know it's a true story, and it's a fucking hilarious story, which we probably should tell one day. But
I wasn't there, so I can't tell the story, but I just remember he told me that he was like, listen, if you're really fucked up, don't get on a bicycle and try to ride home. And I was like, why is that? He was like, you get pulled over, you get DWI for that. And I was like, on a bike? He was like, yeah, I got one. And I was like, all right, man, sick. So, yeah, but I can see there's a certain amount of pressure. And yes, wearing the proper shoes in a restaurant is a safety issue.
yep,
The floors can become quite greasy and slippery.
it's food.
So you do have to wear the proper non-slip soles or else you will fall all over the fucking place.
Yep.
These are facts.
To be fair, the Converses actually have a good grip to them, so
They're a
think
fucking terrible grip for a restaurant.
I mean, for a restaurant, but I mean, they got some. I mean,
not for a restaurant.
yeah. I mean, I don't suggest them, but
Also, they don't have enough arch support for me.
yeah, you're doing a lot of walking.
So back in the day when I was working at the mighty Kentucky Chickenery,
the Kentucky Chicken Arena.
they had this catalog where you could order shoes. You know,
catalog
they
for shoes?
had a catalog where you could order
These Dr.
shoes
Scholl's
and shit
shoes?
like that. Yeah. And what I do is like, you go through shoes because you wear them every time you're working. So, and they get all beat up and nasty. Eventually they get holes in them and all that shit. You wear them out, you buy a new pair.
Yep, they get slapped around.
It comes out of your paycheck. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Daddy was trying to be cute one time around, so he ordered the shoes that looked like Converses. I have flat feet. I'm talking board flat. Mm-hmm. They're extremely flat feet.
I got surfboard feet.
Oh, yeah. So I ordered these bad boys, and after a couple of shifts, Daddy's feet was hooting. I had to order another pair, but I actually got tendonitis from working at KFC. It was a real on-the-job injury.
Wow.
Can you say that you've had that type of on-the-job injury?
Tendonitis at KFC? No.
In both feet?
No. Not from KFC.
Yeah, I'm an old fast food veteran. I got bad feet.
I admire. You know what I admire is the diner worker that's wearing 2 wrist guards.
Oh yeah, you know she's been through wars.
Oh yeah. The arthritis is murdering her, but she's like, no, for these tips, baby, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All them years of like holding plates, carrying them out, holding trays, carrying them out, standing upright while writing down your order.
Yeah, just 2 wrist guards, like she's going to a fucking bowling tournament.
Oh yeah, looking like the Big Lebowski.
Yeah. The dude abides. She is the dude.
Like,
we went. When was the last one? We got breakfast this one time, probably a couple weeks ago, and we were getting waited on by the 2 wrist guarded lady, and she's always so polite and also like screaming out orders to like people across the room and stuff.
Okay.
She's like, "Hey, honey, what would you like?" And I'm like, I want like the Monte Cristo with bacon on the side." And she goes, "Hey, Julie, run her to 56."
I love the lingo for everything too.
Yeah. Julie, run it. Yeah, and she's like, "Okay, honey, did you want toast with that?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." And then she gets my girlfriend's order, and she walks by, she just rips the menus out of her hands real quick, and she's in a flash, she's gone. You can hear her in the back though, clanging around, smashing plates, but she's efficient, is what it is. Nobody can let her go because she's so efficient.
Yeah,
and she's just like, "Julie,
hey, Julie, run it a 56, extra wiggle." And then it's like, what is that? That's like, that's actually a Monte Cristo with a side of potatoes, side of home fries. Yeah, like, wow.
Put a slap on the flip flops. Let's go. I'm like, what? What did you just say? Oh, it's an omelet with ham and cheese. Yeah. A slap on the flip flops.
Give me a dookie popper. Like, what? I'm like, oh, that's the big breakfast with the pancakes.
Give me a slapstick with a double down. Jesus Christ, that sounds aggressive.
That's just a decaf coffee.
Give me a slapstick with a double down. Double down's decaf.
That's decaf. That's a double down. They don't want you to.
They don't want you to. Yeah.
I mean, back in the 50s, it used to be called a pussy fart, but they changed the name. Times are changing, man.
Let me get a queef. That's decaf coffee.
That's whipped cream on the pancakes. If the person ordering is over the age of 12. Let me get a queef. It's a cutesy if it's a children's short stack. Yeah.
Let me get a cutesy with a queef. I mean a dollop.
Let me get a cutesy with a dollop. Yeah. Let me get a hard queef. I need 6 hard queefs. Table 7. So,
restaurants are the worst.
Restaurants are fucking awful.
They're the worst, especially on Long Island. It's a tough place.
Well, yeah, but you hear stories about like fist fights happening in kitchens and shit between like the owner of the place and one of his cooks.
See, here's the thing, and I've witnessed it once before. So like the restaurant I worked at, they were old white chefs, like a lot of dudes that were like restaurant vet cooks.
Yeah.
Like their mid 40s, early 50s. One guy in particular who I remember, his name's Barry. Barry was the shit. He cooked his ass off. This dude,
I'm sure.
He ended up opening his own place. He needed to. He was just basically just cooking there for for shits and giggles. It was family style restaurant, so it was just a lot of like, chicken and biscuits and pot roasts, prime rib Friday nights, shit like that.
Okay.
Good food, good wholesome family food. Mm-hmm. But he would kind of like go off the menu and like do some random shit. And he made me this like Monte Cristo peanut butter and jelly thing this one time. Dude.
Ooh.
I almost came. Like I was eating it. It was
It was like Food Wars.
Yeah, he would. That would be the thing. I used to live really close to the restaurant, so like my brother and I would like for breakfast we would just walk down to the restaurant
Okay.
and eat on like breakfast Saturdays and shit like that. And he would just try stuff out on us.
Well, yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
were just the neighborhood kids.
We were just neighborhood kids that were eating free.
Yeah.
He was like,
he was like,
"Hey guys,
I'm
here's some
just
off the menu shit." Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm just gonna make something. You're gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to eat a lot of test food, and it was good.
So what was on this peanut butter jelly Monte Cristo?
So basically,
Monte
it
Cristo?
was like a French toast with peanut butter and jelly, but he put like fluff in the middle too.
Ooh.
And then some sort of like I think he made a bacon. It was like a bacon marmalade. Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid what he was giving to us.
Making me aroused.
You're making me horny.
I'm feeling like a fuck coming on. Ugh. Yeah.
I just imagine that anybody. I'm thinking of like Thundercats, or like what is it? He-Man. I'm just getting like, oh, I'm feeling horny.
I just feel like
Curse you, He-Man.
I just feel like saying that like in the Paul Giamatti voice when he's feeling particularly frisky. Daddy wants to fuck.
I'm only seeing Paul Giamatti in Volkswagen commercials recently.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm getting right now.
Well, yeah, now he's like America's commercial dad. Like,
Yeah,
he's playing an
accountant.
But I like to imagine him
He's
like
playing distressed accountant, aka
Okay.
Paul Giamatti.
You ever see Billions?
No, but I heard he's great in that.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he does like the deep grovelly voice, and I like to imagine like angry Paul Giamatti, but he's horny. So, oh, feeling kind of horny. Oh, I'm gonna get you for your financial crimes, but first we're gonna fuck.
I need to watch that show. That is one that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
always on the list of like total bro shows you got to watch.
Yeah, you gotta watch Billions.
Got to watch Billions. Got to watch Entourage.
Yep.
Got to watch fucking what's the other one? House of Lies. You ever watch that?
I didn't watch that.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, but
that's
there is a
another
list,
bro
though.
show. Ray Donovan.
Yeah, there's a list though of shows that
Yeah.
like you have to watch. You have to watch Mad Men,
Yep.
Breaking Bad,
Bro
Sopranos,
shows. Yeah. Just shows that.
Mount Bromore of television.
Yeah, it's the Mount Bromore. What's on the Mount Rushmore of like total bro shows? Like guys, like you tell your boys like, hey, you finished watching Sopranos? Dude, fucking let me tell you.
I
Like,
had to say it's got to be of TV shows. Sopranos,
no, there's only 4 spots. Remember?
Okay.
So we've got 4 spots there.
Sopranos,
Okay, the Sopranos.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that was more widely popular from both sexes. Like, did
all
your
right.
girlfriend like it?
She did.
My girlfriend really liked it
Yeah.
too. I feel like that was a family affair type of show. Like
Okay.
you can tell your girlfriend, "Hey, we're watching Breaking Bad," and she'd be into it.
Okay,
I think it's
Sopranos,
Sopranos, I think is that's
Mad Men.
yep, that's another bro show.
I never watched Ray Donovan, but
I've watched like the first season and a half. It's a cool show. It's a hitman, just kicking people's ass.
you could put Dexter on there.
No, a lot of chicks like Dexter.
Okay.
I know a lot. Mostly women talk about Dexter.
Okay.
I noticed. My girlfriend's obsessed with it.
The Wire.
You know what? I think I might default to like the full. I wouldn't say that's not a family
Everybody,
show.
it's just a great show.
It's just a great show that people like.
Okay.
I think
What else could you
Entourage.
put? Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
you could
total.
put-
That's a total.
That's a boy
bro-
show.
that's a
very
bro show.
broy,
Yeah.
broy show.
Yeah. Do you recall any time, like every time I was in college, I just recall like standing up on something and screaming victory at the top of my lungs?
Yeah.
And for no reason.
And Lloyd, just
Yeah.
screaming Lloyd.
I did go as Ari Gold one time for Halloween. I just wore a suit.
Yeah.
They just wore a suit and just
Just
ran.
wore a
and
suit and carried your phone.
I stole a BlackBerry and I was just walking around, just like angrily pacing and just screaming Lloyd. And that's all I did.
Yeah. Pecking into that BlackBerry really hard.
Yeah. I remember there's a scene in that show that I love. It's one of my favorites. It's him and his wife they're right before they're about to divorce. So they're in a counseling session and he just reads off all of the reasons why he needs to answer the phone, which is like my favorite part. And it's just like, Ari, we told you not to bring phones in a session. It's just like, do you like that house? Do you like the yacht club? Do you like our kids going to a $10,000 a month private school? Then maybe you should let me answer my phone at 3:00 on a motherfucking Wednesday. Just like, Like, all those tangents make me laugh so hard.
But then he melts a little, and then
Yeah.
his wife gets all upset. He's like, baby, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. He's just like, I'm sorry I snapped back there. It's just 3 o'clock on a motherfucking Wednesday. It's just
like, Jesus Christ. But okay, you can put Entourage on
I
there.
think so. There's just that's
So we're
a
looking
very
at-
that is the bro.
So we got what is it? Mad Men,
Sopranos,
Entourage.
What's another like total
Mount Bromore of television.
Yeah, like just the you and your boys like instantly start talking about it. It's just like, oh, did you see this? Like, oh god, let me think.
It's got to be something
Animated. You think? Like Rick and Morty, I feel like is kind of bro-y. It's weird.
Rick and Morty could be on there.
It's so.
Especially like that Pickle Rick episode.
It's one of my favorite episodes of all time.
This is one of the great.
Morty, come in the garage.
I'm a pickle.
Morty, look, I'm a pickle.
He ends up in the sewer, kills a
Pickle
bunch of
Rick.
rats, and makes himself like arms and legs.
And
And then he meets the one Russian dude that, like, they become allies.
It's one of the funniest animated shows of all time.
Incredible.
Seriously. It's stupid how funny it is.
Yeah.
Could you say The Simpsons? I mean, that's
That's everybody loves Simpsons.
that's true. That is very family friendly. South Park. I mean,
South Park is broy.
yeah, that is pretty bro-y.
South Park is very bro. We'll say South Park.
I say let's put that one in like its subcategory. I'm looking for like.
Well,
like
I'm thinking about
sitcoms
like
count?
this though.
Like Seinfeld.
But I'm thinking like this.
I
Okay?
think it's a
Like,
particular type of bro. That's like an affluent bro who likes Seinfeld.
if you're in college, right? And a TV show comes on, and you guys are gonna quote it. It is must see TV.
Okay.
Like, this is every week we're watching this. South Park was that for us.
We used to watch a lot of South Park.
We watched a lot of South Park.
Watched a lot of The Sopranos. Watched a lot of Entourage. Because I believe Entourage ended while we were in college.
Entourage did end when we were in college.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of like HBO dramas that were on. That were like
Boardwalk Empire, but I don't know if it was.
It didn't last long enough for it to be like a total iconic like bro show.
Great show though.
Great show, very good. Terrence Winter, guy who created The Sopranos.
Yeah.
He's just a good writer.
It was the first role I saw Steve Buscemi in where I was like, I could take this guy seriously.
Yeah, finally.
He's not like Crazy Eyes from Mr. Deeds or whatever anymore. Like he's
guy doesn't look like an ashed out cigarette. But
no, like Nucky Thompson is.
Don't fuck with that guy.
Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nucky Thompson and Tony Soprano were like in a class of their own as far as like OG gangsters.
Yeah.
I think maybe South Park is not getting. It's been on for so many years.
But, I mean,
22 years.
Yeah, they're on their 22nd.
I think it's
They're
22nd.
22nd season.
Let's see.
Or 23rd.
Let me see. Let's see. South Park seasons. So yeah, it's debuted in 1997. This is season 20. Going to be season 24.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
Can you believe that? 24 years.
Yeah.
More than half of our lives, South Park has been on.
South Park's been on for a long time.
Yeah, I was
still great.
having a conversation. I think we might have even talked about this on the podcast at one time. How Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the guys that created South Park, literally own all of the digital and master copies of the show.
Really? I didn't know that.
All redistribution rights, everything digital.
Wow.
So basically what they did is when they got their original Comedy Central contracts, they were basically just like introductory, like intro, pilot, type of contracts. Like, we'll float you the show, you make it, and if it does well, we'll pay you after it starts doing well. So it starts doing well. In like the early to mid 2000s, they basically start looking around and being like, what's the next wave? Like, what's going to be the next thing that takes off? Which is then obviously things turning into digital and no longer hard copies and hard discs and so on and so forth. So what they did is every time, basically now that some network either syndicates or does some type of like digital mastering or any type of back catalog stuff, they own the rights to all of it.
Really? So that's why you can find South Park like online
everywhere
if you want to watch it.
Yep,
like,
and they own all the rights
free.
to it. Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, and they've made pools of money.
Yeah,
I'm sure
they are if we're talking highest grossing. Now they put them in the category of comedy or comedian.
Yeah.
I believe their net worth is like 4th all time in comedy history.
Wow.
Yes. Now you got to mention too, they're also on. They did the Book of Mormon on Broadway, which netted them some pretty decent coin as well.
Oh, yeah, they did okay,
and they own all of the rights to that as well. But the show itself, plus all the voice work they do all of the editing, they cobble the whole thing together. Them two and like a couple of extra hands.
Yeah.
The dudes are, I mean, obviously crazy workaholics. But
Yeah. Well, I know originally the show was made with like construction paper.
Yeah, legitimately
Like,
construction paper.
That's how they shot it.
Yep.
The entire show.
They
at
did
first.
motion capturing. Yep.
Yes. And stop motion.
Stop motion. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
with construction paper.
Yeah.
And then obviously as time went on, like they started filming the show, like
Sleepy boy.
I'm old and tired. Anyway, but yeah, as time went on, they started recording the show. They did it digitally, so which is why the show looks how it looks now.
Yeah, it's crisp and clean, and it's 2020. It looks good.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the pandemic special, which I need to because
The pandemic special is hilarious.
everybody says it's like one of the best episodes of television this year. Like
Yes.
it's so goddamn funny.
Yeah.
I will watch it.
Okay.
It's in my queue. Maybe we'll put South Park up there. Boys, if you have anything you'd like to add, we're at WineBoysPod on all social media and wineboyspod@gmail.com. If you have a problem with it, say it to our face. Say it with your chest, motherfucker.
Yeah. You know what sucks though is I realized this that because we put South Park up there, there are no more like good R-rated comedies.
Would you? I mean, I guess Rick and Morty would be considered an R-rated comedy.
I'm saying like in movies.
Are you saying?
Though.
Are you saying
like movies? Yeah. Like think about it. When we were in high school, right?
What was the best R-rated comedy?
There were so many of them.
Like?
We had Anchorman.
Yep. That wasn't really an R-rated comedy.
But then there was the unrated version also.
True, yep.
It was super bad.
Superbad was great. The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah. Talladega Nights, About a Ricky Bobby.
Not really that bad.
Still incredible, especially the R-rated version.
Yep. Okay.
The unrated version.
All those unrated versions that would come out, those are like those extended extended director's cuts.
Yeah. But there were so many of them though that
There
came
were.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, what else? You said Tropic Thunder.
We did not say we did not say it, but yeah,
Okay,
Tropic
but
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder,
It's a very funny movie.
Anchorman. What else came out? Like Pineapple Express.
It did, yeah. I love anytime that movie's on. I don't know what it is. It just sucks
Pineapple
me in.
Express, you have to. Okay, I'm that way with Talladega Nights. If it's
Okay.
on, I gotta watch it.
I say I haven't watched it in so long, but that's how I am with
Okay.
Pineapple Express. That movie's on. It goes on whenever it's on Netflix. I always watch it. It's just so silly. Like it's hard not to like it.
But it was really like when we were in end of high school, early college. Like all of these movies
what
came
year?
out.
06? Like 07?
I would say from probably like 04, 05 through probably about 2008.
Okay, so I'll say 2004
Yeah.
to 2008.
It was all these movies came out, and they were all like either Will Ferrell and Adam McKay
So say
or
R-rated
Judd
comedies.
Apatow.
That is true. Those were basically. All right, so let's see.
Or even if you want to extend it a little bit, because there was also The Hangover.
Here's an R-rated comedies breakdown from 2000 to 2009.
Okay.
All right, this is a good list. IMDb always comes in the clutch.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So this is based on their IMDb rankings.
Okay.
Okay, so number one is Hot Fuzz. That came out in 07.
Okay. I remember that.
Those are the Shaun of the Dead guys, which that movie too was very good.
It was. Yeah.
Who is it? Simon Pegg, and who's the fat guy?
I can't remember his name, but I know the movie
It's
though.
Nick something.
Yeah.
Nick.
It's not Nick Swartzen.
No, it's Nick something. Hold please.
Keep going. Keep going.
No, I'm gonna find it. Nick Frost.
Nick Frost.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. The Hangover.
Yes. By the way, I think we saw The Hangover in theaters.
No, I remember the story distinctly. I was supposed to go see it with you and our buddy Colton.
Okay.
Shout out to Colton. And I got there and the movie was sold out, so I had to go home.
Really?
Yep.
I saw it.
But the thing is, though, is that I went with another couple of friends like the next day and saw it.
Okay.
And it was still great.
Hilarious.
Oh, it's
movie.
it's so great. Yeah.
It's one of the funniest movies ever. The Hangover.
So that's 09. So I guess we're kind of into college at that
We're
point.
towing the line.
Say Zombieland. That was 09.
Okay.
I Love You, Man.
I Love You, Man was legendary.
Yeah, now that movie, like the one movie that I would quote, almost religiously in college was I Love You, Man.
Yes.
You got it, Jobin. 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 You got it, J
Yeah.
Fucking,
You got
you
it,
know,
Jobin.
You know, the Hulk is choking me.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll have a margarita. Just
My name's Samantha.
yeah. That's not even that movie. That's
not that
Forgetting
movie?
Sarah Marshall, which is right on this list too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Jason, what's his name?
Jason Segel.
Segel, yes.
So, Adventureland. I saw that in the theater.
I didn't see that one.
It's a pretty good movie. Coming of age, teenage, angsty drama.
Okay.
Kristen Stewart being emo.
Did I see that? They worked at this theme park? I think I saw it.
I think so. And also,
It wasn't as memorable.
I see these are all movies from 2009.
Yeah.
Where's
Keep scrolling.
Oh, okay. So they go in chronological order
Okay.
from 09 through. Okay, so the Slammin' Salmon's on here. Did you ever see that?
I did not see that.
That was another one of the Broken Lizard joints.
Okay.
It was so obviously Super Troopers is going to be on
Super
here.
Troopers, Club Dread
Yep.
was on there, yeah.
Did you ever see you watched Observe and Report, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a low-key
Okay.
dark comedy. We talked about this.
We talked about this on the podcast and
Yeah.
how Paul Blart Mall Cop and Observe and Report came out the same time, and
Yep.
everybody thought that they were pretty much the same movie. Totally different movies.
What do you mean the same movie? Observe and Report is the darkest of dark movies.
But they didn't market Observe and Report properly. That was always my thought, because you
Yeah.
watch Observe and Report and you realize, like, okay, at first you think it's like, oh, dumb guy wants to be a mall cop, is a mall cop, wants to be a real cop.
Mm-hmm.
But as the movie goes on, you realize, oh, he suffers from profound mental health issues.
Oh, profound, yeah. It's very obvious early in the movie. It's just like, oh my God, he doesn't
but
get
then
it.
he continues to unravel, and then
And
you
that's the
realize,
best
like,
part of the movie.
yes, he has a complete breakdown,
Yep.
and you realize, what does he have?
Doesn't he,
Is it bipolar?
Manic bipolarism, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Because there's like delusions of grandeur and, doing a lot of Kanye shit.
yeah.
Which that's what I'm calling it now. If anybody starts kind of freaking out and they start going on these like borderline hour-long tangents about nothing and then just somehow brings back some type of narcissism, which
Yeah.
then plugs it back to themselves, I just call it Kanyeing.
He's Kanye.
He's just Kanyeing.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll get into that in a minute.
But just the one scene where Seth Rogen fucks up like 8 dudes with a nightstick. Like,
yeah, I know.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
like, geez. Role models.
Did not see it. Role Models is great.
Yep. Oh wait. Low key, pretty good movie that came out also in 2008 was Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Yes.
Kind of a low key good movie.
Yes.
Now it's another one of those like, drawn out silly Kevin Smith movies that.
Yeah,
Now, I
yeah.
like Kevin Smith movies. I always have. I love Clerks. Mm-hmm. Like it's that movie, just kind of shot from the perspective of just two guys that are just like, it's just Did you ever watch Clerks? The
I never
black
saw
and white.
Clerks.
Oh God, you have to watch it, man. It's just everybody kind of finds it to be very like. They say it's very indulgent and kind of like way into itself, but it literally goes through the day in the life of a Jersey clerk. And the part where his girlfriend comes in and she's like going to college and like the community college up the street, and she like talks about how many dicks she sucked and like in the amount of time they've been together. He goes, "Wait a minute, took 5 blowjobs since we've been together?" She's like, "Yeah, right before, we got together, I saw 5 dicks." It's like, 5 dicks? She's like, "That seems like a lot, don't you think? I kiss you in that mouth." And she's like, "Well, I don't know why you're making such a big deal about it." And she walks out and he goes, "Try not to suck any dicks before you get there." It's just so funny. They're playing fucking roller hockey on the roof of the convenience
God.
store. Like it's a great movie. Go.
Which reminds me, this probably isn't on the list. Did you ever see The Foot Fist Way?
Yes. I love that movie.
Legendary.
I love
So
that
The
movie.
Foot Fist Way is the movie that really introduced the world to Danny McBride.
I feel like this movie should be on there. Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, The Foot Fist Way is
Foot
on
Fist-
there?
yeah.
Oh my God, it's incredible. Boys, if you've never seen The Foot Fist Way, picture
So many great movies.
picture Kenny Powers, but he's a kung fu instructor. He's a karate instructor.
Karate instructor.
Like that, it's Danny McBride.
So this goes in chronological order by year. So like we just got through 08. I didn't even mention Semi-Pro yet. Again, low key stupid good movie. Just yeah. That's all in 08. The second Harold and Kumar movie came out in 08.
Yes.
Sex Drive, which is actually a pretty decent movie.
I never actually saw Sex Drive.
Pretty funny movie.
Okay.
All right, so let me get to 07. 07, not so many great movies. Clerks 2 came out in 07, or
Okay.
06, sorry. 07, there was kind of a year for R-rated comedies. 06 was Clerks 2. The Tenacious D movie came out in 06.
The Pick of Destiny?
The Pick of Destiny. So
Legendary.
When Tim Reynolds is just like the broken down, like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what he is. He's just like a bum. And he's just like, get over here so I can cut you. He goes, no, man. And he's just like has 2 busted legs and he can't run. He's just like, come over here so I can cut you. And he's just like, why'd I do that? No. He's just standing far away from him. The Foot Fist Way, Beer Fest.
Beer Fest. We quoted that movie
A lot, yeah.
We probably still quote that movie.
Okay, now here's
Barry Badgernath.
Yeah. Who's Barry Badgernath? 2 movies on the back end of this list that I watched this movie first, and I think I told you about it because it coined the phrase, would you like some Merlot? I made it in the toilet. Let's go to prison.
Okay.
Dax Shepard was actually it was a very fun, and Will Arnett.
Yeah.
It's a low-key great movie. This movie, which I'm surprised actually made this list, we used to watch religiously. Do you remember when we watched Beer League? The Artie Lang movie?
We didn't watch that. I never saw that.
You never watched Beer League?
No, I've never seen it.
It's Artie Lang. I think he also directed it. Let's see. It's Frank Sabastino directed it, but it was written by him and Artie Lang. Ralph Macchio's in it. It's a beer league softball league.
Okay.
And it's just Artie just having a drinking problem and doing coke, basically being Artie Lang.
So being himself.
Yeah. So it's Artie Lang playing himself in a beer league softball league. You haven't seen this movie?
I've not seen this movie.
You need to watch this movie.
Okay.
A handful of my fraternity brothers I watch it all the time because it was just such an it's an 80-minute movie. It's a quick watch. It's fucking hilarious. Like,
never
if
saw
you
it.
like Artie Lang, it's Artie Lang playing himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. I'm happy it made this list because I really like that movie.
Okay.
Wedding Crashers.
Of course.
Now we're into 05.
Yep.
Let's see.
Wedding season.
It's wedding season. Thank You for Smoking.
Is that a comedy?
I think it was a little bit. That's what's his face?
Nicolas Cage.
Harvey Dent. Who's the guy that plays Harvey Dent?
Oh.
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart.
Isn't this the movie where he like bangs Katie Holmes?
Probably. I think he's a lobbyist for the cigarette industry or whatever. Yeah, I was bored by it.
Yeah,
I was also 15 at the time. So,
yeah, this is not a 15-year-old type of movie. I think.
No.
I don't know. He airs out somebody in this movie. Okay, so his name is Nick Naylor, which is a porn name.
Yeah, sick.
Step Brothers. That's 08.
Okay, Step Brothers. That was the one I was forgetting about.
Yeah.
Step Brothers is fucking legendary. In fact, just the combination of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Legendary.
There's some really good movies on here.
Step Brothers is another one that if it's on, I have to watch it.
Superbad, Knocked Up, Pineapple Express.
Yep.
Did you ever see The Hammer with Adam Carolla? It's a boxing movie.
No,
it's
I
actually
never saw it.
It's kind of a funny movie. It's a little bit more of a romantic comedy, but it's it's typical Adam Carolla. So let me try to see if there's anything else on here that's like, oh, that movie. Let me think. Let's see. Oh, did you ever see In Bruges? I think I showed you that movie.
No, I never saw that.
About the 2 hitmen that go to Bruges because one accidentally kills a kid.
No, never saw it. You're listing off the most like obscure.
It's a good movie.
I'm sure.
I like kind of like off-kilter like films. Like I like movies for the sake of movies.
Yeah.
This one I think you would really dig. It's basically it's Colin Farrell being super Irish.
Okay.
And Brandon Gleeson, who's kind of like the heavy guy. He was in he's in that other show that you really liked on HBO. About the media family.
Oh, fuck.
I think he's like one of the main characters.
Fucking Succession.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Great show, by the way.
I know. I need to.
You got to watch it.
That's another good. So check that movie out. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. We're basically just rounding off just all the movies the boys should need to watch.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find anything else that's like that movie, of course. Ali G in the House.
Ali G in the House is incredible.
Low key.
Speaking of, did you watch?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
Come on, do it.
I know.
You need to watch Rudy Giuliani deep in his pants.
Yes, I've heard. All right, so now we're getting into 2004. Maybe this is like too much.
Talking about like the height of Dipset.
Yeah, we're like now we're getting into like 03, 04. So
Speaking of boys, if you don't, please follow Cameron on Instagram. It's a great follow.
It's a coming of age tale.
Yes. Cameron has the greatest Instagram profile. It's mostly videos of him rapping, wearing fly shit, talking fly shit, and getting his dick sucked. Like that is most of his Instagram page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's called living his best life.
Oh,
man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This man keeps computers putin'.
Yeah. Keep that computer putin'.
Yeah, I keep computers putin'. Dootin'.
Doot. It's so good. God damn it, it's good.
Yeah, get my dick sucked, fucked up an eyelash. What?
He is so cool that I would be uncomfortable. Like I would just like.
Yeah, how is somebody this? Like, hold on. Let me.
No, you don't have to show an excerpt.
I gotta
just post it on the Wine Boys page.
I gotta find this because this
when you can, post.
No. The boys.
We're running out of time. We got to talk about Kanye.
Of course not.
We have to talk about.
We're not running out of time.
We got to talk about Kanye. That could be an hour-long show in itself.
Oh, absolutely. But I gotta.
The man's a disaster.
Well, yeah, we've known this for years.
Yeah, but it's bad, man. I hadn't heard it in such a long form. Yeah.
Before we get into Kanye, I just need a little palate cleanser, then we can jump into the beef, okay? Listen to this.
Damn, baby, you looking good as hell today. What you got on?
Oh, fuck.
What'd you do?
Oh, fuck.
What'd you do, man? Shit.
Fuck.
Shit. Fuck.
You looking good as hell today.
Here we go.
What you got on?
Fucked up.
Dipset Couture just came out, fall edition. It ain't out yet though, but you know, Dipset, so I got it.
Damn, I'm throwing the shoes too. What are they?
Oh, these Ralph Simmons, Adidas Ralph Simmons limited
No.
edition.
Cameron's discussing his outfit.
You might still could get them.
But then things take a turn.
Damn, you smell today, baby.
I
What
appreciate
you
it.
doing today, baby? You getting in the paint today? The paint floor? Too much? Damn, well, how about the...
No, don't show them my cars, right?
Don't show my cars.
Focus on this Pepto paint right here.
Shit, you need to focus on this pink pussy.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah.
You suck my dick the whole first half, I eat your pussy.
Damn, please, you ain't gonna last that long. Sound like that's two-hand twist.
I like that two-hand twist.
He looks like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
He really does. Focus on this Pepto Pink right now. He's like, you suck my dick, I eat your pussy. You ain't gonna last that long now with this two-hand twist. I like that two-hand twist. That is Cameron's
You know what that's called?
whole...
Negotiating.
Yes. I thought that's Cameron's relationship, though.
Yeah.
It's just... Do you talk to your lady like that?
I smoke plus dome. Do I? No.
Okay. Do you wish that she was that aggressive with you?
Not really. Like I feel like I would just be like,
It's like talking to like one of your friends.
The way that I think about it is like if we had that conversation and then also had to discuss who's taking out the garbage next, like I don't think I could do that.
Shit, you like this two-hand twist.
And it's just like, yeah, who's cooking dinner?
Yeah.
You gonna do those dishes? Like, no, that's not the way. He does let it
Oh
go.
my god! And then there's another video on here where like he's playing, like his girl's trying to D him up on the basketball court. He crosses her over, her titty falls out. He's like, "Yeah, bitch, your titty fell out." Like, this is where I want my retired rappers to be.
Yeah, for
living
real.
their best life, wearing fly shit. They made their money. They sit back. They get their royalties, and they live in New Jersey.
Yeah, I would say lavish New
Yeah.
Jersey homes.
Not really They live in comfortably.
Comfortably New Jersey.
Yeah, they're comfortably like New Jersey home. Like they don't live in the city anymore. They moved out, but they live comfortably. They got their women. They
I do
talk
miss
to
my
them.
mid 2000s New York rappers. A little
Oh my
bit.
god!
Yeah,
Like it just
you
just remember the energy in the world when Dipset was like at
just
their
was
peak.
Jim Jones, like just
Jim Jones, Joel Santana.
don't act like every time We Fly High didn't start like blaring out of your speakers in your car that you weren't just like I'm pretty fucking cool right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like it's just you just felt this electricity go through your body that was just
You felt it.
it's just not it's palpable. It's something
Yes.
that doesn't happen today. Because
Yes.
every rapper's emo and sad.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no,
on
no, no.
drugs. Where Jim Jones is just like, I'm doing coke, baby. Like it's just
Yeah. just Jim Jones, Freaky Zeke, Hell Rel, Duke the God.
Cocaine rap was different.
Oof,
New
it was
York
different.
Coke rap was the best rap.
And you know they were snorting coke too.
Yes. Why? Who has that
All
kind of
those
energy?
dudes. Or fun fact. Ja Rule roasted most of your favorite hits high on ecstasy.
I know. That's called creative control.
Yes.
Baby.
Yes. Now,
Speaking
don't get me wrong.
of-
Slowed down music is great.
Yeah.
Like Lean, when they do that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan
Also
of like
lost
this.
too many people because of it.
Yeah, rest in peace. But I'm not a fan of like.
I think the slow down rap game has definitely changed. I was really big into it, kind of like when the ASAP Mob kind of came around and they started slowing. They were doing a lot of distorted rap, which I was into.
Yeah. But even then, ASAP Rocky was taking that style from Houston.
Yeah, which I was gonna say that was more of what is that? That's called Houston. What again?
It's just that was just
I
their
thought it was
style.
Houston, it wasn't like
so Houston they pioneered chopped and screwed.
Chopped and Screwed. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
So yeah, and you heard that with DJ Screw would put out mixtapes.
Yeah.
And but then
Still Tippin' kind of stuff. Is that Houston?
Yeah, that was Swisher House.
The Swisher House. Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't DJ Screw, but it was kind of like the
So who reps
kids
who's repping Houston? It was Paul Wall, right?
Paul Wall, Mike Jones. The
Jones.
first people to really rep Houston were like UGK though. That you would have heard of, or like UGK. Yeah. And they
Texas-based rap.
Oh my God! Just
UGK was
boys to this
hard.
day. Just listen to "Pocket Full of Stones" Part 2.
Oh, sorry, I just came.
Yeah.
That song. Oh,
"Pocket Full of Stones."
that was a
Part 2.
basketball warm-up song that I begged to put on our CYO basketball thing, and I should not have played it in church.
Yeah,
Just
no,
put it
not
that
at
way.
all.
I played that song, and my coach was like, "What the hell are you playing this
Pocket
right now?"
Full of Stones?
I put Pocket Full of Stones on a. So was that circa what 2003, 4?
Well, no, the song would have came out in like the 90s.
Yeah, but they did a
But you
remix
were-
version of it. So this had to be 2003.
Part 2.
Yeah.
It would have been on.
I think
gotta find
02
it,
or
but-
03. I was playing CYO basketball.
Okay.
Which for the uninitiated boys is Christian Youth Organization
Yes.
basketball. And that was my life. I wasn't good enough to make my high school or junior high school basketball team, so I went down to the minor leagues.
Yeah,
I like to call
yeah.
it. We used to play for my church. And still to this day, I hold the record for most 3-pointers made in a game.
Yeah.
That's not true. I actually did I recall, this is stupid. Here's my athletic career in a nutshell. I once took 26 3-pointers in a game.
You took 20.
26.
Jesus Christ. How many did you make?
I made 11. It was 11 to 26.
Okay.
It's not bad. Let me see. Let me pop that percentage in real quick. I remember it distinctly because my coach was like, "I think that's the most threes I've ever seen anybody take in a game." We were down by 30.
Okay, so you just started chucking them up.
He literally was just like, I was 6th man. I was always first guy off the bench. He goes, literally, we're down by 30. He goes, "I don't care." That's what he said. He literally just said, he throws his arm and he goes, "I don't care.
I don't care.
Do what you gotta do."
You know, that's 33 points.
I was like, you're goddamn right. It was 30 points, and it went to the line. I had a cool 35 that night. Career high.
Just a double.
Career high.
Not a double-double, not a triple-double, just a double.
Oh, do you know how many assists I had? 0.
No assists.
I had 0.
No steals,
My
no rebounds.
stat line, I was probably 11 of 28 from the field. Like a real James Harden kind of night. 11, 28 from the field, 35 points, no assist, 1 rebound that happened to kick out to me at the top of the key. Like it was just
So you were 1 in 30 in 35.
I was 35 0 and 1. Like that's like
no assists, no steals, no blocks,
there's no
1 rebound.
I did not get in the paint once.
35 points.
The only time I got in the paint was to shoot my 2 free throws. I was like, I can get in there. Fuck that.
Oh, man,
that's what the big boys are knocking around. I'm fucking just gonna stay on top of the key.
Well, they realized that you were like somewhat lethal beyond the arc, so they started fouling you, just try to slow the clock down.
Yeah, let's see. That's 42%. 11 to 26. I mean, that's pretty good.
Beyond the arc, that is not bad, actually.
I was wet the first couple of shots. I think I made 3 in a row, and they were just like, "Oh shit, he can shoot."
Fuck, young McNamara out
Yeah,
here.
I was
So-
like, I think I made like my first 3. I missed like 6 in a row after that. The coach was like, "We're still down by 40. It doesn't matter." Like,
Damn.
it was bad. Our team was atrocious. Like,
Oh my god.
if I was to describe our team in one word, it would be trying. Like, we were
Damn.
trying. We weren't very good. We were trying.
The white Ray Allen out here.
What's the white Ray Allen? Bray Allen. Bray Allen.
Bray Allen, yeah. Braden Allen.
Braden Allen, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Grayson Allen.
wow.
Yeah.
That's funny because he's actually a basketball player.
I know. And,
So-
and I was scrappy. I used to trip guys going to the paint.
Oh, man.
And I used to be
Real-
one of those guys that put my foot out. Like I would be face guarding, and then he got past me, so I put my right leg out, and I was just small enough where it really didn't look like I did anything.
Yeah.
But I would get called. I remember this one pops into my head distinctly because the ref like legitimately yelled at me and I didn't even realize it because I put my leg out, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, "You're gonna get teed up the next time." I go, "What'd I do?" I'm just like, "What'd I do? What'd I do?" I was like, I recall this.
I thought this was America.
The ref is like kind of chirping at me, and he was just like, he goes, "Put your foot out again." He goes, "I'm going to tee you up." I was like, "Sorry, I got big feet, man." Like, I just like that's like my excuse. It's like my foot's too big. What am I supposed to do,
man? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not very coordinated. Shit.
that's basically what it was. It was my lack of coordination, but it was also I did trip the guy. Like I really did. Like, yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Listen, no easy buckets, homie.
So you guys are in this church league doing layup drills to Pocket Full of Stones Part 2. 36 ounces make them bounce in the street.
Yes, and I was-
don't want to do it, but a nigga gotta eat. And y'all like doing layups and shit. Praise Jesus. I mean, there's organs in it. So
And that's
that
exactly
works.
what I said. That is exactly what I said.
I mean, there's organs.
My coach is like, because we were burning CDs at that time.
Yeah.
So the coach was like, everybody's allowed to pick a song.
Okay. And you picked Pocket Full of Stones Part 2.
Everybody knew not to fuck with me.
Yeah.
And I was in, so like the church that I went to was in the east side of Syracuse. It wasn't like a bad part of town, but there were some questionable individuals that used to come to the game. And they heard that shit come on, and they're just like, what little white boy put this shit on? Like, I was like,
The fuck y'all know about UGK?
I was like, it's me.
Damn. They're like,
Everybody
damn,
else
rest in
is
peace, Pimp
everybody
C.
else is putting on fucking like, I don't even know. Like, just
Actually, no,
imagine
I
like
think
popular hits
I
of
think
that
Pimp
time.
C was still in prison at the time.
No. And yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he was still in prison at the
was.
time, yeah. Damn.
I knew my shit like at an early
see.
age.
I
I was
see.
very cultured. To think of somebody putting a pocket full of stones on a Christian youth organization basketball playlist at my age, tripping kids, putting up 11 from 26 from the field, all threes. I was the Tyler Euro of my day. I'm a bucket. I'm a bucket.
The human embodiment of a bucket.
And this is-
Damn.
I wish I had 1/10 of his confidence.
how
'cause
close
I'd
were
be
you?
talking mad shit, going 11 to 26 in the field.
How close were you to getting that Eric Devendorf tattoo, the cross of the basketball in the middle of it?
Wasn't ever.
I mean, maybe you should get it now just for the
I know.
culture. For cultural purposes.
What's up with the cross of the basketball? I'm a bucket. What can I say?
And
Like,
ball is life, baby.
yeah, I've got to wear it with me to the grave.
Holy Trinity over here. The Father, the Son, the Holy Ball. Like,
Ball is life.
the Father, the Son,
And the holy
buckets.
holy
just-
buckets. It's actually a
Ball
really
is
good
life.
name for a CYO basketball team. This is the holy buckets.
The holy buckets.
Just
I just want a picture of Eric Devendorf. A shot at like his doofy face with like that tattoo like in it, just like on a t-shirt. Just him looking like he just got done like punching some female drug dealer in the face.
long time ago. He's grown up a lot since then.
I'm sure he has. But
I'd say you can probably get that made.
Probably.
There's a lot of
I just
a lot of things
okay.
on the internet.
Now, maybe Eric Devendorf listens to this podcast.
I hope you do.
I hope he does.
Shout out to
anyway. If he does, okay, listen. I'm only looking at when you were between the ages of like 18 and 22. That's what I'm looking at. I don't know what you're doing in life now. Maybe you know what he's doing in life now. I don't
think
know.
he's like the strength. He's either doing like strength and conditioning, or he's like an assistant for the Syracuse basketball team.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I'm sure he's grown up. He's got his shit together. He's probably like 35 now, whatever.
It's got to be at that point. Yeah.
Probably mid-30s. Like he's probably got his shit together. He had to grow up after college, play overseas ball for a couple of years, and come back home. I get it, but I like to remember when I was like 13, 14 years old, watching Syracuse basketball and hearing stories about the bad boy of the Syracuse team. So,
yeah, well, he was a bad boy.
He was
fucking. That dude was he was a bucket. Like,
oh yeah,
he had skills. He still does.
Absolutely
he can still
does.
ball, man. Do you see him like on the basketball tournament and like that $1 million basketball tournament thing that they do?
Yeah,
he's their best player. And it's so obvious.
Absolute. Look at this shit. Look at the tattoo.
Yeah, ball is life.
That tattoo is horrible. I hope he got it covered up.
I think he still got it.
He might.
So, all right. Let's end this. Let's end this on a depressing note.
Okay.
Kanye did Rogan. It's been a long time coming.
Yep.
I listened to it. 3 hours of holy glory.
Mm-hmm.
Glory. Glory.
Glory.
Dude, that sounded like satanic worship. It scared the shit out of me when he started.
Listen,
Can you just imagine 100,000 people just glory? I was like, oh my God. Like, this man is not well. Kanye's doing drugs that I need to get on those.
Kanye's doing no drug. That's just Kanye's brain.
That's just Kanye's brain, bro. Imagine him medicated. Like, I don't think it would help. He's just not. The man is a genius, is what he is.
Well,
he's a twisted dark fantasy.
Kanye needs help. And I know a lot of people like to shit on Kanye, talk about we don't like Kanye, we don't stand for this shit, we can't do this shit anymore. But listen, he made Spaceship. Do you hear crack music? We Major?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Did you ever listen to Jesus Walks?
Did you ever
listen to College Dropout?
Did you listen to College Dropout? Did you listen to Late Registration?
When Through the Wire came on, did you not shed one single tear?
One fucking tear.
One single tear went down my face.
You heard that fucking Shaka Khan sample and feel a tremble go down your spine? Mm-hmm. Mr. H to the Izzo's back to Wizard. What are you saying?
What are you saying?
Okay.
Fuck.
Got no fucking Yeezy in your Serato. You ain't got no Yeezy, nigga? Anyway.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm not going to say I miss the old Kanye, because Kanye's always been Kanye. This is just a new incarnation of Kanye.
This is a...
and it's so Kanye.
This is so Kanye.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that when everybody's saying that we can't stand Kanye... Now, mind you, this is a medically... what's the right word? Medically diagnosed, fully diagnosed, bipolar Kanye.
Yeah.
He is made a fucking album about it. Like,
absolutely, yeah.
So
yeah.
The guy has now... He's fully crossed over.
Absolutely.
He is now into the third phase of struggle drugs Jesus. Mm-hmm. He is now into the Jesus phase.
Okay.
Drugs, he dabbled. I mean, he did some drugs, obviously. Who hasn't?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to smoke weed to stay somewhat sane.
Yeah.
But he's just... Kanye has a few things going on in his mind at all times. And by a few, I mean like 15 things going on in his mind at all times. Like...
He has 63 thoughts.
He referred to himself as the human version of Instagram during this interview.
He really did.
And I said, He's just like, y'all don't even need Instagram, man. Just scroll, go through my head. It's like, That doesn't make any sense.
I got 15,000 thoughts that are vivid images every day.
It's just like, I'm going to put you in fucking cyan. Like, what?
What?
What are you saying? That shit?
Because of the color palettes that were created
Yeah.
by Heidi Slimay. You know, she's from Givenchy. And
all he's
Name
doing,
dropping.
name dropping all of his friends, designer clothing labels. Fucking, I have 14 churches. I'm gonna grow a stadium.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a 200,000 seat stadium.
we need a fully sustainable restaurant that has a farm attached to it.
Yeah.
You need to be able to grow 100% of the food,
Yeah.
but they could only get to 70. Like,
It's just
What?
It's just ridiculous thoughts. Now, mind you, Kanye now has enough money where like ridiculous thoughts can come to life.
yeah.
Because he
I
can
mean, when
float so
your
much money into
network
it. When your net worth is $5 billion.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Did you know that he was $50 million in debt? He only said it
50.
He only said it 14 times.
Yeah, that was years ago. I
during the
already
podcast.
knew
I
that.
knew that shit too. Everybody knew.
Yeah, everybody knew that.
If you read any
Listen,
hip hop magazine or even just any news,
we are Kanye fans here.
I'm a huge Kanye fan.
Huge Kanye fan.
I've been a Kanye apologist probably I'm going on 8 years now.
Maybe longer. Well,
At least
ever
8.
since he started doing fuck shit.
Yeah. After Watch the Throne came out.
I want to
and
say it was before that.
Was it?
The Taylor Swift incident.
I thought that shit was funny. I chalked that up to comedy.
Okay.
I was like, Kanye's just being funny, doing some fuck shit.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Yeah.
But then
No offense
Kanye
to you.
turned around and he put out fucking... What album did he put out?
Was it My
after?
Twisted...
My Beautiful Dark
Twisted
Twisted Fantasy, which to this day is one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time.
Low key, very good.
Low key, high key. That shit is incredible.
it's because it doesn't get the credit it deserves because it was, the predecessors were so good.
But even then, if you listen to any other hip-hop album,
Yeah.
name one that's better. I mean, okay.
Oh, name one. There's that. That's
You can
a
name
drastic
few.
question.
But even then, at a certain point, it comes down to personal preference. Because you could say like Kendrick Lamar,
first album.
all three.
Was it-
You could say
What was the name of Kendrick Lamar's first album? 50. Was it 54?
no.
No, that was-
His first. Well, he had Section 80. Then
Section
after
80,
that,
and then
he
was-
had. But it was
Blackberry.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Wasn't there Blackberry the Sweeter Juice, or that was
a song.
That was a song.
No,
yeah.
it was
Oh.
Good Kid, Mad City. Then after that, it was To Pimp a Butterfly. Then Damn.
Damn's
And-
a great album.
All three of those are classics. But
Damn is a top 10 album of all time,
any genre,
any genre.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn is
It's
incredible.
It's that good.
But even then, all three of those albums are fire. Kendrick Lamar has taken no L's. This man just puts out
Just
incredible
Yeah.
albums.
needs to wear a belt because he raps his ass off.
Yes. But yeah, and I would put My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy on the level of those albums. So yes, Kanye makes Spaceship. It's hard to let him go.
It's hard to let him go.
It's hard to let him
But
go.
we're losing. I mean, Kanye's touch of reality ain't much.
Listen to Lost in the World by Kanye.
I'm trying to listen to this gospel version of Kanye.
No. Lost in the World is from My Beautiful Dark Twisted
I
Fantasy.
know. It's a great song.
Now,
I'm a big fan of what's that song he does with Cudi? How's it called?
which one?
Is there 2 on the album?
Yeah, a few.
No, I thought there was
A Poker Face.
That's on that album?
On that album?
Yeah.
I don't think that was on his album.
That was on
Well, a few things. But anyway,
Gorgeous.
okay.
With
Gorgeous is incredible.
yeah. Who else is on that track? It's not Raekwon. Who is that? No.
I think Raekwon the Chef was on there.
yeah, Raekwon is on
was
the Chef.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
It's a long ass song with a long instrumental at the end,
Yes.
which I really like.
oh yeah, but that's when we knew Kanye. Something about Kanye was a little off when he really started on.
It's that Runaway, the beginning of Runaway, when he performed
Yeah.
it at the VMAs.
Yes.
When he did that, and everyone was just like, "What the fuck is this song?"
Yeah. Look at you! Look at you! Look
Yeah.
at you!
Yeah, I was like-
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But when you started listening to Kanye, you realize that he really started going hard on the instrumentals. You're like, okay, he's just being artsy.
He's just trying
But
shit out.
You really start to notice it though on his second album, Late Registration, he would just stretch those songs. Like the song was only 3 minutes long, but then he added like this
5.5
instrumental.
minutes long, yeah.
It's 7 minutes long. You know, there's a Nas feature in there. The song was great. Now it's even better, but it's 18 minutes long.
Just so overproduced. Like
Disney, oh my God, the production.
there's
is insane.
so much overproduction going
Yeah.
on in every Kanye album.
So much. Listen to like Devil in a New Dress.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
There's something about
Like, why is there an orchestra here? I don't know, but it sounds incredible with Rick Ross.
for real. There's something about that where you could see the unraveling of Kanye's mental capacity in his music. So the longer the track would go, you're just like, maybe this is just him being artsy, and you realize he just likes the sound of his own voice. It's like, all right, so there's narcissism.
Which
and
the perfect example of that though is Runaway.
Yeah.
At the end of it was just him like
just fucking saying,
auto-tuning
just
it with, like, a guitar.
Yeah, just like the beginning with like just the talking, and then the fucking
Yeah.
There's just like just riffs and
Time for us to have a tour.
he literally was just probably in the booth, and they're just like, just let him go,
Let him go.
let him go.
Let
He's
him go.
Yeah,
Why is he naked with a fog machine on? Just let
let
him
him go.
Let him go.
This is called the process. This
Actually,
is-
fun fact. It was reported that one of the members of Pretty Ricky, whenever he would record, he would have to be naked and with a fog machine.
imagine being that into your music.
Like that is your this is your persona. At this point, this is professional wrestling. You can't break kayfabe.
What is his gimmick? If you have to get naked,
Naked with a fog machine. I gotta look that. It was one of the members of Pretty Ricky, and he was always naked with a fog machine on.
that's so funny.
Pretty Ricky.
I can't tell you the names of the guys in Pretty
My
Ricky.
sister was a huge fan of Pretty Ricky.
Who wasn't when they were, a young, angsty teenage girl?
Yes. And because of that, I would hear a lot of, and I started to like some of their music. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was really the story because they're these overly sexualized teenage boys. Like that's their whole shtick.
Yeah.
And one of them, his whole thing was like, it was a fact that came out on like the Music Choice channel or whatever, whenever they talk about him. And one of the members of the group had to be naked with a fog machine on whenever he would record his parts for their songs.
That's so funny.
And I gotta look this up.
Had to be. That's the key phrase.
Yeah, like that was his thing. He has to be.
That's just my creative process. I got to be naked with a fog machine. Why the fog machine? It makes me feel poetic.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I'm floating in the clouds. It's like,
Yeah.
is everything okay here? I don't know.
And they had to feel sexy. Now remember the members of the group. They were Pleasure.
I forgot they had like really silly.
Yeah.
Names.
Pleasure, Baby Blue, Spectacular, and Slickum.
Slickum, that's the guy.
Slickum
That's what I
was the
saying.
wild one with like the bomba dreads, like
Yeah.
the real like heavy.
Wasn't he the one that was like he was the rapper of the group, wasn't he?
Well, there's only one singer. Pleasure was the singer.
Pleasure was the singer. The rest
Pleasure was the singer. He was the R&B crooner. They had Baby Blue. He was like the hood dude.
Yeah, who was the one that would be like rapping on the back end of like Grind on Me?
Was he the one
He's
with
like a Sunday cone. Like,
yeah, that's Slickum.
That's Slickum, yeah.
Slickum's like the wild Florida one.
that's who
then-
I liked.
Okay,
Slickum,
and then you
Slickum
had
was my boy.
Spectacular, who was like the sexy rapper.
Of course,
You
spectacular.
sexy spick. Looking in your eyes, but look them thighs. Yeah, that was Spectacular.
Okay,
So
all right.
Pretty Ricky was a whole vibe because they were so corny.
I know.
What's even better
It was
though
like
is-
a over sexualized Drew Hill.
yes,
Yeah.
but they were all like 17 at the time.
So was Drew Hill.
yeah, true.
Yeah, before the thong song, Cisco was this little like 17-year-old silver-haired cat, just like
Yeah.
sitting around being like, "Listen, I
Wow.
love you, girl."
Someone's sleeping in my bed. A jam.
Really?
But
low
anyway-
key, you want to get your girl wet accidentally? Put on that song.
Okay, but listen,
Accidentally.
one of the members of Pretty Ricky, Slickum, the one with the wild Florida one with the big like freeform dreads,
Yes, they were.
the dreads that make white people nervous. He released a sex tape.
The kind of dreads that make white women clutch their purse,
Yeah.
you know?
He released a sex tape, and the sex tape looked like it was recorded in the spare bedroom of a home in Florida that was very expensive in the early 90s. And for the sex tape was very average looking sex at best. And I felt
very
like
missionary.
and not necessarily missionary, but he wasn't a professional. It was clear.
Yeah, okay.
It was clear.
You can tell. You can tell he wasn't doing much stabbing.
Listen, you got people that do sex, and you got regular people that do sex, and then you have the professionals, the real cocksmans.
Yeah.
All right.
The real
Right.
je ne sais quoi.
He looked like, if you're just with him, he can get the job done. But he's not winning AVN male performer of the year.
Nah.
Until he pulled out this one maneuver, which I've never seen replicated.
I believe I've seen this one particular move because I think I was shown it in college from a buddy because we just stumbled upon efuck.com finally.
Okay. I don't know if this was ever on eFuck.
Then I must have seen it because I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
However, what he did was he was doing the dog with this young lady, mounted her, while inside of her, he did a full cartwheel-like maneuver inside of her. So he balanced on her rear end and spun hands planted on the ground, while mid-thrust did a full 360 inside of this young lady. I've never seen anything like it since.
Stuck the landing.
Stuck the landing. Perfect 10. Except for from the Russian judges. They're always tough. But anyway.
9.2. Little rough on the end.
Yeah. And that's what I remember pretty Ricky.
Man.
That, and also, did you hear about recently Baby Blue, changed the name to Diamond Blue,
Did not know this.
ripped off some PPP loans.
Oh.
Yeah, he used some PPP loans to get millions of dollars and ended up buying a Ferrari or some shit. This happened recently. So, what a guy.
Pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to really end it was when Kanye kept referring to...
How do we get from Kanye to Pretty Ricky?
You know what, man? We pretty much just did a Kanye is what we did. We just can't finish our thoughts. The thing with Kanye at the end of it was when he kept referring to his thoughts as symphonies, I was like, all right, I'm over it now.
He started doing that halfway through.
I was like, he goes, I'm just getting off on these symphonies. And it's
rants, these are symphonies.
Yeah. And then you got Joe Rogan who's just like, we got how much more time?
Jesus Christ.
I like how he did put a bow on at the end. You know, Joe Rogan, consummate professional, really knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's the podfather. But there was one excerpt in particular at the end of his second to last monologue.
Okay.
Because mind you, the podcast was 3 hours. It was a 3 hour, and I'm going to throw in quotes, interview, where it was 3 hours with 2 hours and 50 minutes of Kanye talking.
Yes. You know what? There might have been 10 minutes of Joe Rogan talking.
I don't even think it was 10.
And that includes the 8 minutes and 30 seconds of Joe Rogan reading
ads
before the podcast started.
Yep.
Because it was literally Kanye talks for 15 minutes, Joe Rogan asks a question, and then Kanye jumps back into some explanation of how he
got a gap
drops his
deal.
kids off at school, stays at school with them all day, goes to a kitchen with the best chefs in the world. They figure out how they're going to revamp water bottles or some shit. And then also he has the whole Yeezy church school and Yeezy farm and Yeezy restaurant, how they're re-envisioning how to construct houses because contractors always manage to rip you off.
Yeah.
And but because they always manage to rip you off, but if you knew somebody, because that's the price you pay for being a rich person. Just like the one time he was in the airport where the coach line was completely empty, but the first class line was completely boarded up, but everybody wanted to stay in the first class line with their Hermes belts. Nobody wanted to walk over to the coach line. So he and some other guy walked over to the coach line, and the guy that walked over to the coach line was a doctor, and he did brain surgeries,
heart surgeries
and whatever at whatever hospital. And, but he was one of those guys that just really wanted to be of service to God. And Yeah. So you see though where this
Look
is.
at my watch. Oh,
Yeah, like
yet another Kanye rant.
yeah.
I was timing them.
yeah.
I should have timestamped them.
Yeah, no, you should have.
It's like latest rant, 34 minutes.
Yep.
It's basically that. Like the guy is manic bipolar. He doesn't know how to handle his thoughts. I also there's this like weird sense in my being. I feel like he just is lying. Like I feel like he just like sits on his ass and just watches movies all day. And they just
He did quote a lot of movies.
He did.
Now one thing I
a lot
do
of Star
know
Wars
about
movies,
Kanye,
yeah.
it's because I've been a big Kanye fan for a long time, and it gets harder and harder to keep supporting this man.
I'm trying.
Kanye's entire creative process revolves around watching movies.
Yeah.
So whenever they're in the studio, like recording, when they had the recording sessions for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and they were recording other albums at that time too, but they were in Hawaii, and every morning they ate breakfast, they played basketball for a couple of hours, and then they went back to this hotel where Kanye ran an entire floor, and they recorded, and they would just have like movies on in the background. One album in particular, I want to say it was Kid Cudi's album. They just watched Close Encounters of like the Fourth Kind.
The third kind.
The Third Kind.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They watched that movie on a loop the entire time.
They watched it for like
they
watched like 12 times. I think it was.
Yeah,
something like that.
while they were like recording that entire movie. So that whole album, in a way, is inspired by that movie. So I think he works, but I think he's just one of those weird people that has to have something on in the background while he's working.
The soft glow of the television.
Yeah. So I can see that, but yeah, he watches.
Yeah,
a lot.
He
of
draws
movies.
a lot of his experiences, and he draws a lot of his art from movies, which is
His inspiration. A lot of that comes from movies. Which
I would understand. A lot of people
see that. A lot of people do that.
Especially
Yeah.
musicians.
Yeah.
I was watching The Karate Kid, and then that's
Yeah.
why I had that line about Cobra Kai.
Don't jump, Anakin. I got the higher ground.
Yeah, right.
It's actually a pretty cool line.
It is.
It's a cool line. Go.
It is. Listen, I'm not doubting the man's genius.
I got the high ground.
Yeah, I got the high ground.
So, but it's
that is pretty dope.
no, but I
I
think
can't doubt the man's musical genius.
No.
The rest of the shit, a little shaky.
it sounds good.
It sounds good in hindsight. I think the man is coming from a place of genuine belief, heart, and feeling? I don't. I think he's a.
You don't think so?
I think he's a narcissistic animal, is what he is.
Okay. I see it
But
as, and this is something I've always noticed, is with mental illness.
Narcissism comes with mental illness, really.
That, and also a hard pivot into religion.
Well, yeah,
is very common.
Struggle, drugs, Jesus. I mean,
hard pivot.
as soon as
into
we lost
religion.
his mom, that was the real beginning of the downfall. He started dabbling with some drugs, really getting into it.
And I
Hard.
think his was mostly alcohol.
Mostly alcohol, a lot of weed. I mean, he didn't really. He was fucking around with ecstasy a little bit too, a little coke here and there. But
by the way, his song "Ecstasy," a lot of those songs that Kanye put out like before he got really Jesused out, were like incredibly slept on. "Ecstasy" was fucking hard. That's a song where he wants to like fuck his sister.
That's the one. Yeah.
But the beat, like the rhymes are okay. It's the fucking beat is incredible.
The beats are crazy.
The beats are dope.
Yo, these beats are dope.
But you listen to that, like that shit is slept on, but it's fucking hard.
I mean, Kanye's gonna get slept on after this. The problem with what he's done to himself now is that I think he's now drawn a line for his fans that we basically got to decide. Like, do we just stay on this Kanye train or do we get off at the next station?
I mean,
like,
I'm not voting for him.
I ain't voting for him either.
But
I'm just letting the boys know now. Next week we have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Which we know, as we know from listening to this podcast, pick a side or don't, and live in infamy as the person that sits there.
Who are you gonna vote for?
I haven't decided yet.
Really?
No, I'm not telling you who I'm voting for.
Come on, just share it.
No,
Come on.
I'm gonna write in.
Damn, Zach is a Trump supporter.
There's a local in our local elections. I know so little. Like 2 years ago, when we had like the local elections for like our comptroller and shit, local legislation, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck these people are.
No.
So I wrote down. So there was a vote for like probably like 16 open positions. 7 of them, I wrote all the names of the 7 dwarfs.
That's fine, but
and I wish it was like such. There's some counties in our state where they literally have to count 14 votes.
Yeah.
14 people.
Yeah.
14 voted.
Yeah.
And of a county or a town that has 102 people.
Yeah.
14 of those people voted. I don't know, I'm not great with percentages, but I'm just going to do a quickie. 14 out of 102 people. That's how small this particular.
Jesus Christ.
That's 13% of people
13% of people actually vote
in that county, which is the size of a fucking shoebox.
Yeah.
You know.
Gee, you can't even tell the boys who you're going to vote for president.
You can fit every person in that county in this basement. Wow. That's how small it is.
You could.
It's a big basement.
Yeah.
Good size.
You can't even share with the boys who you're voting for president.
You're not supposed to share, because if you share, it doesn't come true. It's like a birthday wish.
Okay. So you want Trump to win?
No. I don't want Trump to win, but
okay,
I do believe some of his policies. I'm just kidding.
I'm a fiscal conservative.
And I just like to say, I like my wine the way I like my men, rich and white.
So you're going to write in Kanye?
No, I'm not going to write in Kanye. I got some ideas, though.
You got some ideas?
Got some ideas.
Okay.
I'm not going to share it. I honestly have that like belief that if you think it or say it, it will not come true. It's like the birthday wish thing.
Okay. I see your point.
Yep.
I see your point.
I'm just going to keep it close to the vest. Kanye 2020 and
Kanye 2020. What if we fuck right now?
What if we fuck right now? We're gonna end it on that.
Okay.
All right,
what if we fucked right now?
What if we fucked right now, boys?
Right here, and everybody start fucking.
Everybody start fucking.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Boys, let's get out of here.
Listen to a lot of Kanye today. We will go and scoop you a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. Teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys. It is sweatshirt season. We do have a hoodie on there. The 3 corks at 4 sweatshirt. It comes in like 14 different colors, so scoop whatever color you want. From black boys to white boys to pink boys. So many boys. And then also do us a favor too, when you have a moment, go on to all of the platforms that you guys listen to the podcast. Please leave us a sterling review and a couple likes here and there. Subscription would be nice. We have we've been getting some good feedback, so the more that you guys tell people that you like the show, especially on Apple Music and iTunes, that really does bode well for us in the future. So support us by scooping some merch and liking and reviewing the podcast. Okay, got all the business out of the way. I think we can go night-night. We can go night-night. Is that it?
That's it. You gotta say the
what?
You usually say like bye.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that.
Okay. Oh, that's what signals me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just didn't realize. Well, boys, we'll talk to you next week. Okay, bye.
I love you. Please call me back.
I love you.
Oh shit! It didn't stop.
I'm a